how would these persons have gone in jail to state that they would have been earlier? Why would they have been there waiting on them at 12:30 when they don't normally come that hour?
Her husband is now recovering in hospital from injuries sustained in the shootout, but she fears he's not safe at the medical facility.
Fireworks TV. Before you watch a video, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe and in your type something. And if you want to get notified, just hit that bell button. Watch a video to the end, you might find something. And if you see the ads are play, don't skip nothing. Just watch out the ads them. Support Fireworks and make him mad them. Fireworks TV. Bless up all my viewers.
We're calling the distraught wife Jane in order to protect her identity. We've also distorted her voice. Jane says her husband and his 3 colleagues would normally make their Sunday drop-off at least 2 hours later than they turned up at the Scotiabank in Portmore. But on Sunday, March 19, those 2 hours were almost the difference between life and death. Armed men sat waiting in 2 cars with high-powered rifles. Reports indicate over 70 M16 rounds and over 90 9mm bullets were fired in the fierce gun battle. The thugs made off with more than $20 million. Jane wants to know how the gunmen knew the guards were coming earlier.
The fact that they would usually go to do this drop-off at a later time, which is like after 2-3 o'clock period. However, they were told that they were having a meeting at the facility at 2 o'clock, so they were to go there earlier. My deal with this is how would these persons have gone in jail to state that they would have been earlier? Why would they have been there waiting on them at 12:30 when they don't normally come that hour?
Her husband is now recovering in hospital from injuries sustained in the shootout, but she fears he's not safe at the medical facility.
These security officers need to move and need to move ASAP, like right now. Whether or not you guys decide to move them, I will have to try and move my spouse because I am not going to allow anybody to come and murder him, poison him, or kill him. I'm sorry, no, it's not going to work.
We put the question of the earlier drop-off to the Director of Operations at Guardsman Group, Lieutenant Commander George Overton. The commander acknowledged that the situation raises serious questions, but would only say it's one of the areas which the company has been actively investigating. He declined to comment further on the record. But in addition to questioning the sequence of events which led to her husband being ambushed, Jane is accusing the Guardsman Group of abandoning the injured security guards. Jane fought back tears as she contemplated how she may not have been contacted had her husband been killed.
We would want to know why is it that up to today, as a spouse, I have not been contacted. Neither has he been contacted to know how we move forward because recompensation, he's out of work. What is going to happen? Is it that he will not be paid? How is the process being done? Is it that if he has to move to get a surgery done or whatever, who will be paying for it? All of that.
Commander Overton told us those allegations required further checks with the company's welfare department. He gave an undertaking to check and get back to our news center. However, repeated efforts to reach the commander for further comment were unsuccessful.